welcome back to the stream. All the other rubbish that I usually say. We are back in X-Plane and gonna be flying the 407 again. I really enjoyed flying the helicopter, so I've been wanting to do this for a while. So I've got a whole bunch of jobs around Johannesburg that we're gonna do on FSEconomy. So cool story about this aircraft, not the rail one, because this is this livery is of an actual aircraft which is based down in Cape Town. But in FSEconomy, I actually bought this in New Zealand and I loaded it up onto a Cessna Citation and flew it all the way across to Cape Town. Only to find that in Cape Town, there's hardly any short jobs in FSEconomy around Cape Town that worked well with the helicopter. So I then flew it all the way up to Joburg because Joburg has a whole bunch of cool little routes, which is what we're going to start doing this evening. So let's jump into the helicopter and get cracking. So we'll turn on the battery. The weather in Joburg, it was storming earlier. Let's just cancel that annoying horn. It was storming earlier, so the weather was pretty bad, but it seems to be starting to clear. So hopefully we will be all right. Okay, so batteries on, avionics is already on. We can put all of this on. Turn up the lights a bit so it's easier to see. Position and anti-collision we'll put on the pitot heater just to be safe. Right, generator, let's reset that. We'll come down here. We'll go fuel. Oh, that was already on. I was testing some things earlier, which is why some of this stuff is already on. So is that. Right. So the first place we're going to is Rand. So let's go and put that in. So that is, if I can remember how the the alphabet works. FAGM is Rand Airport. So that's the first place that we are going. Let's just flip this over to the map so we can have a nice little display. We should have our map on here as well anyway. Right. I think we're ready to start. So let's go ahead and just flip this over to idle. And we'll pop the starter on and let the aircraft power up. So we're parked here at Johannesburg International. I know the helipads are actually way down on the other end of the runway, but it looked kind of cool here with this South African Airways A340-300. Is that a 300? Could be a 200. It's quite short. Parked up here at the hangars, so we're starting off here because it looked cool and I needed a thumbnail. Right, get this out of the way. Okay, there she starts to power up. So yes, K-Sizzle, we are back to flying again. I'm really enjoying U-Boat, but I think it was a little bit boring to stream, although I'm probably going to stream it again anyway. But I figured we'd be back to flying. I'm keen to do some Microsoft Flight Sim stuff again this weekend, maybe tomorrow evening, maybe on Monday, but I just really felt like jumping back in the helicopter in X-Plane this evening, so that's what we are doing. Right, there we go, so we are powered up. The last thing we need to do is just flip on the generator, and we'll uncage this guy. Aha, and don't forget, turn on the SAS before we start. Okay, let's just get my controls in the right place. And I think we are good to go. Okay, controls are working. Right, so Rand Airport, actually before we get off the ground, we're kind of going out that way. So I think what I'm going to do is, the SAS is never off. The SAS is always off. You have to be very, very conscious and make a distinct effort to turn it on. Hang on, before I depart, I actually just need to do this quickly. Okay, so we're kind of going out this way, so I think I'm just going to taxi out there and depart off to, I guess, the east. Just do the things. I can remember how to tie. Right, so we've got 6 passengers on board at the moment, so we're taking them across to Rand, and then we'll load up another 6, I think, and bring them back. Oh, why won't my phone just copy? Please, it's not hard. I think we'll be bringing back 6 passengers to Joburg. We'll see what the jobs look like from Rand. Maybe we'll go somewhere else. But most likely we'll be coming back to Joburg. Right. Okay, that's all sorted and that looks like it's working. Okay, I think we are now actually ready to go. Now that I'm done doing stuff that I should have done before we started. Okay, here we go. That was my phone that just fell. So we'll just ignore that. Okay, hopefully gotten a little bit better. The shadows are really freaking me out, but we'll just ignore that. Okay, so we're gonna just turn around out this way. And we'll just kind of hover taxi out here. Now, it's not broken, it's just a little bit broken. Cape Town actually has published charts for helicopter operations in and out of Cape Town Airport, but I couldn't find anything for any of the airports we're flying in today. I did look at Joburg doesn't have anything that I can find. There probably is something out there. Rand didn't have anything that I could find, so that is a little unfortunate because it is kind of cool to follow the rail procedures, but it's not always easy to find that kind of stuff. So we will just have to make do. Okay. That map is not particularly easy to read. This one's a little bit better. Right, off we go over the car park. There's a cool train. Is there a railway line this close to Joburg? Oh yeah, there is on the map. That's pretty cool. I mean, it does make sense. Right, I think we're kind of going out this way. Really can't see anything on that map. We'll follow this road for a bit. Actually, we should rather follow the railway line. Knowing where you're going is actually quite important when you're flying. So, made a bit of a mistake here. Let's see. Okay, no, we're going in the right direction. See, we got this. We just have to look a little bit closer at that tiny little GPS. Okay, we'll overtake the train. We don't have time for plebs. Oh, I've messed up real bad. Going back. Anyone know what I forgot to do? Yes? No? I will take a little tour of the airport now that we have to return. I didn't load the passengers. We just kind of left. That's a bit awkward. Oh, that's why the buildings look weird. My frame rate's all the way down to 23. What the hell happened? When I was testing earlier, we were getting 50 frames. How has it died so hectically? Once again, as soon as I start streaming, everything just falls apart. I tested this the other day and I did a whole... I mean, I flew all the way from Cape Town to Johannesburg and never ever went below 40 FPS. And now, because I'm streaming, decides we want to be at 24. I have, in fact, done this a little bit badly. Why can't I slow down? There we go. Let's try not to crash. And we'll pick up our... Well, yeah, no, they are kind of important, so we'll stop at a gate here. We'll pretend we're an airliner for a change. Okay, let's see if we can... Well, we're practicing landing, so it's not altogether a bad thing. These trucks are very close to me. That's a little bit rougher than I wanted. Right. So, can we just illegally load them without having to switch off the engines? We can only hope. I think it should work. Jason would be disappointed if he missed you crashing. I didn't crash. We are perfectly fine. Hello? Oh, great. There we go. Hey, load up the passengers. Right, there we have 1 and 2 is 3 and 3 is 6. So they are all there. Right, let's depart for real. I do want to figure out why my frame rate is so low. So let me just check that quickly. Was anything else that might be causing problems? Hey, that's not doing anything. At 30, doesn't really make any sense why it's so low. But anyway, let's see how it goes. If it keeps dropping, I don't know, hopefully, unless there's like an OBS update or something. But OBS, it doesn't seem to be using crazy amounts of resources like it normally does when it causes the frame rate to drop. So I'm not sure why we've gone from 50 down to 32. That's why our scenery looks, see, it looks a little bit fuzzy like that. Yeah, down to 25. Whoa, I don't understand. Okay, we'll give it a go and see how it goes. Actually, it can't be OBS because earlier when I tested it, I had OBS open. Now that I think about it, OBS is only using 1% of my CPU, so I don't think it's that. Right, here we go for real. This is just this Johannesburg scenery that's making it though. Right, double check. We need to go out, so we'll pretty much just follow that railway for a bit. Yeah, let's see if we can catch up with the train. Oh, there's another train over there. Okay, so the weather's cleared. Was, yeah, our frame rate is increasing as we get away from Joburg, so maybe it's just the airport. I don't think it did that before. Anyway, let's follow the railway. We have a look here. That does kind of branch off, so we'll keep an eye on it as we go. Thanks, K-Sizzle, doing the things. My train, slow. Also, in reality, I don't think there are any trains like that run on this line. This is all freight, if I remember correctly. Right, the weather's definitely a lot clearer. It's not storming or anything like it was earlier. Did that train... Yeah, that train's just spawning in. That's interesting. Okay, some sort of train station there. Okay, let's see. Well, we're going the right way. We're going exactly the right way, so we'll just keep on. This railway is going to branch off, but that's alright. We will keep going out in this direction. Right. How far are we? That's not the view I wanted. I mean, we're very close to Rand already. On that display, we don't get distance, but... And I'm not going to take my hands off the controls to fiddle with it. But we are very close. Let's see if we can see it on this map. I think that might be it there in the bottom left corner. No, it's further on. That's really not a long flight. Another train. Another train. That's not how trains turn around. Don't know a lot about trains, but I know that that's not how they turn around. Okay, so now this is Germiston, which is out on this side of us. Double check our GPS. Oh, wow. We are very close to Rand, and it's out on this side of us. I should be seeing it on this map. Oh, there it is there. I do see it. Right. Do we see it in real life, though? Yes, we do. It's right there. Okay, we're just going to do illegal arrivals here. Whoa, that was quite bumpy. Okay, we need to slow down fairly significantly. Oh, there's a whole bunch of helicopters here already. Are there any open spaces though? I don't see any. I don't think we can land. Oh, there's a helipad there that we can land on. Just off to the right. So that's where we'll go. We don't crash. Yeah, let's go that way. Forward helicopter. Oh, I wonder if this is a spot right here that we're over. Could be, but we're gonna go to that helipad. Nice orange one is marked specifically for us. Oh, there's another one down there. Alright, there we go. Just need to turn this way a bit. We should actually face into the wind, which we're now facing directly away from the wind, so let's turn around. Okay, concentrating. We need to go forward a little bit. Okay, get rid of the forward motion. Oh, no. I mean, it wasn't perfect. Okay, now, in order to... That's not what I wanted to look at. In order to drop off our passengers, we do need to shut down our engine. So we'll go to idle. And let's just switch that off. Let the engine spool down a bit. We can actually just bring on our rotor brake. It'll slow down our rotor blades nice and quickly. Right, then let's go and unload these passengers. Perfect. And let me double check here on FSEconomy and see what we have. Not a whole lot. So we're gonna go, there's 2 passengers. That's really the only thing that's an option for us. So there's 2 passengers wanting to go back to Joburg. So we'll do that. And then we'll pick up some more from Joburg and see where they want to go. So let's load these guys up. Alright. Same mistake I always make. Okay, let's actually have a look now then. And just see what we're going to do when we land at Joburg. So then we'll go across to loads of passengers that want to go to Waterkloof, also Lanseria. Let's do Waterkloof. So we'll load up 2, 3. Oh wait, that one's got more than 1. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, let's add that so that our aircraft will still be rented next time we land at Joburg. Don't have that issue again. Right, now we are ready to go. Did someone say crash? No. Crashing is not a thing we do. Right, let's start her up again. So we'll make sure the rotor brake is fully off. That's not the view I wanted, but I do that all the time. Okay, let's go into idle and start the engine. Welcome, Jason. Thanks for pitching up. It's always appreciated. I'm glad the weather cleared up though, because it was super rough earlier. Let me see. I'm actually quickly gonna just do this. See if this is why. Because I did load some new scenery. Jason would be disappointed if he missed you crashing. I mean, we didn't crash. We got a little bit, I don't want to say out of control. It was still in control, but we just had a bit of a fast approach. So, no crashing happened. You don't have to stress. How was your show with Danny? Fine. I mean, I don't have to do anything. All I do is put up their names when they speak. That was it. They just asked, and so now apparently it's happening on the 28th or something, or 25th. And then they just played like a literally 30-second clip from the show that you did on the roof. Now, I just saw that and I was like, oh, they're actually talking about this, but they didn't go into much detail. Also, why do I feel like my sim's broken now? Probably shouldn't have messed around with that. Yeah, it was pretty chilled other than it being really short. I thought they were gonna make like a whole big thing about it, but it was like a probably 2 or 3 minute interview, and then they played the 30 seconds from the roof show. Hello? Explain? I don't know, dude. I don't understand most of the things that happen on that show. What is it about streaming that just makes everything break? I've never ever waited this long for Explain to load. It is falling apart. My computer, that is. The stream's probably freaking out because it's destroying my PC. Okay. And somehow... Right, so the frame rate is a little bit better. I mean, it's not major. Okay, it is going up. Okay, it really hasn't made that big a difference. We were at around 40 before. We'll see as we get closer to Joburg if it makes a big difference. Once again, I don't know why I bother testing anything, because as soon as we stream, all my testing goes out the window. We didn't really land on the helipad very well. Okay, make sure the SAS is on. Hello, SAS on. Yo. There we go. Okay, back to Johannesburg. Here we go. Okay, let's just get into the hover and settle ourselves. That's good. Right. Let's do a bit of a hover taxi out this way. Not going too fast. Look at all the other helicopters. I mean, those are all the same. Oh, there's a... What is that? A 206 in the middle there. Yeah, that's a 206. So that's the little sister of the one we're flying now. And these are all Augustas, I think. No, they're Sikorsky's. S76? Yeah, of course. Jason pitches in late. Says something about something that we said earlier. Pretty normal. Right, here we go. We'll depart over the hangars here. Probably not the best idea. We're doing it anyway. Okay. This is Germiston out here, so we want to kind of go this way somewhere. Right, so that hasn't really made much of a difference to our frame rate, which is interesting. So it must be something else causing our issues and not the new scenery that I loaded. I mean, at least we are around 40 now, which is better, but I was getting over 50 when I tested earlier, even at Joburg, so I don't know what the issue is. Okay, let's double check. Oh, look at that. My sense of direction. We are perfectly on course. So I don't have any flight plan or anything because obviously I know Joburg pretty well. Luckily YouTube keeps the comments. Yep. So you can come and check what we've been saying. A little bit this way. Right. Now basically we follow this railway. Which is this one just below us here. It's going out this way, so we shall follow. 6,000 feet is pretty good for approaching into Joburg. So Johannesburg's airport elevation, ooh, a little bit bumpy, is 5,550 feet. So 600 at 6,000, around 500 feet above the ground level, which is perfect. And we're just gonna follow this railway. That should take us straight to our Tambo. As always, hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend. I would have streamed earlier, but I fell asleep. I was planning to stream at about 7. What time did I get home? About 5. It's like, cool, I'll stream at like 7. Let me just chill for a bit. I was reading... What was I reading? Something on Facebook. And then the next thing I knew, I woke up and it was like 8:30. Classic. Right, here's our Tambo right here. Nice short flight. I think our Tambo to Rand is about 8 miles. That's all. Right, let's see if we can go back to our spot there at the SAA. I think it's SAA Technical, those hangars. I woke up at like 6 this morning. Nice. I normally get up early on Saturdays to do the TV show. But, get up. That you still got up earlier than I did. Okay, so that's something I need to get better at. I need to slow down earlier. And I did that a lot better the last time I flew this helicopter. I'm now leaving it a bit too late. Mostly because I'm not really navigating too well, so I don't know how close we are. I couldn't fall asleep again. Oh, you didn't have any reason to wake up. You just woke up at 6. That's the worst. Yeah, I was exhausted because I streamed really late last night. And then had to go and do a live TV show this morning. So it's quite tiring, so you have to concentrate. I know, I was here. Yeah, but you didn't do a live TV show, so. Right, this is better. Now we're more under control. Just need to slow down sooner. Okay, we're going in there to our spot. Because all these people coming from Rand, they are working here at SA Technical. Whoa. Keep it steady and gently down. What you're supposed to do is put the back skids down, well, the back part of the skids down first, and then gently lower the nose. So I feel like I'm resting on the back. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so see how I'm resting on the back? Oh, don't drop it now because I'm looking outside. And then you're supposed to gently let the front come down. Right. So what we're going to do is always do that. Let's come down to idle. Cancel that low RPM warning. Let's shut down the engine. Cancel that warning. And let's offload our passengers. Right, so now next we're going to Waterkloof, which is an Air Force base. So what we'll do is we'll hop across to the other side of the airfield, down here, because this is Denel. So we'll pick up a bunch of... Oh, no, we're at 50 FPS. That's just because I'm zoomed in on the screen, isn't it? Yeah. So that scenery didn't... It made a little bit of a difference. We'll hop across to Denel here, pick up some Denel personnel, I guess, and then take them across to Waterkloof. There was something I wanted to change. Oh, yes. Let's put Waterkloof into our GPS along. Okay, so Waterkloof is FAW. Okay. Right, so that's Waterkloof. We'll pop over to the map. How do I declutter this? There we go. That's so much better. Just want that. That'll work nicely. Okay, let's quickly start up again and go over to Denel. And then we'll pick up those passengers from there and move them over to Waterkloof. Our rotor's just finished spinning and now we're starting up again. Okay, let's put our map back on to us. That much. Right, let's see if we can do a decent hover taxi. So actually, while the rotors are spinning up, let's just plan. So we'll turn around and we'll follow, I think this is Lima. It's either Lima or India. I can't remember. Oh, we'll follow this one. I think this one's Lima. We'll go Lima all the way down. Yeah, all the way down Echo. I can't remember, but we'll go down this way. This map can load. Follow that taxiway, cross the runway, and go into Denel and pick up our passengers from there. That is the plan. Right. Don't forget, always do that, to turn on the SAS. Okay. Can we do a decent job of hover taxiing right across the airfield? Let's only hope. Okay, so I believe when you hover taxi, you're supposed to be around 50 feet. No, 25 feet. How I'm supposed to judge it that accurately, I don't know. Okay, let's go. So we'll cross this taxiway and we'll take the next one, which will follow it all the way out. So I believe this is going through the ground transition there. Let's stabilize it nicely. I think we're a bit high. I think this is India. Just ignore the crazy ground vehicles, they are everywhere. And then this should be Lima. So what does it say on the left there? Yeah, taxiway Lima. Okay, perfect. And we're going to follow this all the way out. And then I think we join Echo to go out towards the Denel section. So we're going to cross the runway. We'll just believe that ATC gave us clearance to cross. Yes, this is Charlie. We want We're gonna turn slightly. Actually, we'll go across to the right and just follow it out that way. We'll cross the old runway where those decommissioned aircraft are parked. Yeah, about 20 knots. We could probably go to about 25 knots. I don't think this aircraft has a radio altimeter. Oh, it does. It's right there. Why am I this bad? So, that's 50 feet. So we are at about 25 feet. That's perfect. Nice. It's almost as if I know what I'm doing. Yeah, doing 20 knots. This is fantastic. I don't know. Maybe I'm strange, but these are the kind of things that I enjoy when I'm simming. It's just getting something. It seems so simple. Just do a proper hover taxi, but like this is something that you would have to be able to do long before you'd be allowed to fly an aircraft, obviously. Well, flying a helicopter, obviously we don't hover taxi a fixed wing plane. We're at 50 feet now. Let's come down a little bit. And I think that's the nail across there to our left. There's a C-130 parked there. There's a bunch of other aircraft parked there. There should be a 727 somewhere there. Oh, that says the nail on that hangar, doesn't it? Perfect. So we're at 50 feet, a little bit high, and we're quite fast now, doing 40 knots. So let's slow down. That's a better altitude. Okay, we'll go across. I'm just crabbing so I can actually have a look at where we're gonna go that side. We go somewhere there in front of that C-130. Oh wow, that C-130 even has South African Air Force markings on it. That's pretty cool. Jason, you can tell me, what did you think of the U-boat game? Because obviously I was really enjoying it, but I have a feeling it might have been a bit boring to stream. I mean, I'm most likely going to stream it again at some point, but I was just wondering what you guys thought. Kitty said, she said it was a little bit boring to watch. Where's that Hercules? Oh, there it is. We'll. This looks like a nice little spot there up ahead where we can go and park. Or land, I guess. In front of this hangar here. Okay, we'll go. We can go forward a bit. Okay, let's get rid of the forward motion. Put it on the backs of the skids first. Oh, we don't want to drift backwards. Stop going backwards. There we go. Let's just get back to where we were. Right, see if we can put it on the back of the skids first. That was a little bit harder than I wanted. Alright, back up. Not the best. Still do better, but we're alive. Okay, let's... We don't have to shut down the engines, we'll just throttle back. Let's go and load up our passengers. Right, so there are 3 and 3. So our full load of 6 passengers down to Waterkloof. Wasn't paying attention to U-boat. Awesome. Thanks for that. We'll have to stream it again so you can concentrate next time. Okay. And we are ready to go. So we're going to depart pretty much to the north here. So we're going to turn left and go out that way towards Pretoria and towards Waterkloof. Let's go out between the hangars here. That's pretty cool. Right, so we've got our Denel staff on board. I'm taking them across to Waterkloof, possibly to work on one of the C-130s that's there. So that's where a lot of them are stationed, the South African Air Force. Okay, what I do want to do is zoom this map out a bit. That's better. Okay, what we can do is follow this road off to our left. I don't think this is how water works in real life. Anyway. Okay, so this road that's coming across us now, not this little one, this big one where that car is. We'll follow this over to the highway, and we'll follow that highway all the way down to Waterkloof. That'll work nicely. We keep ourselves at about 6,000 feet. Seems legit. Yep. It's a pity. I don't know why they've waited so long to put helicopters into new flight sim. Because with the way they've done the scenery and the way it looks so good for VFR flying, like everyone is super keen to fly helicopters, but it seems like it's going to be another year or so, or if they do arrive, it'll be towards the end of this year, which that's going to be really cool when that happens. But we'll see. So until then, we are flying an X-plane where we have weird water issues like that. Not that we don't have weird issues like that in flight sim. It also has some strange things going on every now and then. But we can still do VFR pretty well in X-plane, especially with the ortho scenery like I've got here. Like we can tell where the roads are. Not too stressed. Right, let's double check that we're on the right heading. We need to go left a bit, but this highway is going to go that way, so that's perfect. I don't know what highway this is, but it is going to take us to Waterkloof. I know this because this is the highway that I drive along if I have to come from Pretoria to Orotambo. Right. All looking good, double check, fuel looks good. All of our gauges are in the green. No problems. We're at just below 6,000 feet, so let's increase our altitude a little bit. Ah, the R21. Cool, thank you so much. And thanks for joining in. Always nice to have new people in the chat. I am absolutely hopeless with knowing the names of streets. I don't know why. I've just always been like that. I know the street that I live in. I don't even know the name of the street above or below where I live. So thank you. Right, we are heading more in the general direction that we want to be heading in. And we'll just keep following the R21. I will try to point out as much as I can based on what I do know. It's the one from here to there. I mean, they invented Google Maps.
Wind shear.
Oh, I got a wind shear warning. That's interesting. Not feeling any turbulence or anything. Anyway, that's what they invented Google Maps for.
Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear.
Don't feel any bumps or anything, but we are getting warnings.
Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear.
I wonder if that's actually... I didn't think the aircraft had a warning system like that. Anyway, interesting. Watch it get super... Okay, that's getting very annoying now. Can we just relax with the wind shear warnings? Watch it get crazy bumpy as we get closer to Waterkloof.
Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear.
Jason, is that super loud on the stream as well? It's quite loud.
Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear.
Never had that before. It is on the aircraft. That's actually pretty cool. Oh, there we go. The wind shear warning is not wrong.
Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear.
Okay. It is fairly bumpy now towards Pretoria side. Okay, Waterkloof should be just on our right here. As we come around the corner here. Sorry, not right, left. Left, right? No, I can't remember. I think it's on the left. Should be just over there. Okay, it's quite loud in my headphones. It's obviously louder than the aircraft, but as long as you can still hear me speaking, that's good. Okay, we are at 125 knots. Let's start slowing down because that's our biggest mistake. That's a bit better. Let's bring the speed down even more. I don't know with the YouTube compression if you guys can see that tower, which is just about to go behind our little cockpit beam there. It'll come out on the left hand side over there. Oh, there was some lightning out on that side. That tower is the telecom tower. There it is, which is in Pretoria. That's a very handy navigational point. Okay, where is Waterkloof Air Force Base now? It should be over there somewhere. There we go, I can just see the runway. Right, let's bring ourselves down. Okay, what are we at now? 80 knots. And speed's still coming down, that's great. So, out there, that's the Voortrekker Monument. There's Fort Klapperkop, and there's the Telkom Tower. So I've got a little scenery pack that adds a lot of these kind of visual waypoints that are very useful for navigating. I see Waterkloof doesn't have any terminals, well, not terminals, but it doesn't have any hangars, which is interesting. Okay, down to 40 knots. Right, now we just need to find somewhere to park. So I think we'll follow this cross runway here and park on the right there. There's a little spot that looks good. Can one roll a helicopter? You mean as in roll it over to the side? Like like that kind of roll? Yes, very easily. But if you mean like roll it like an aerobatic roll, there's a couple of helicopters. So what I mean is it's very easy to touch down on one skid and roll yourself over on the ground and destroy your helicopter. That you can do in any helicopter. There's a couple of... Oh, I'm actually following the ortho scenery, not the actual taxiway here. There's a couple of helicopters that can do an actual aerobatic roll. But most of them, no. So, if I remember correctly, the badass one. Yeah, I figured. If I remember correctly, the Lynx can do it, which South African Air Force has a bunch of Lynx helicopters which are based down in Cape Town. They use them for like maritime patrols and stuff. I think the Lynx can do it. There's I can't remember what it is. It's a H11 something that the Red Bull team uses for aerobatics. That can do cool stuff. Yeah, like Ivan says, the Dreamfoil can. which was made in South Africa. So there's a few, but it's not something you really do very often in a helicopter. And the Apache. Okay, I've never seen an Apache do it, but I can imagine the Apaches would be able to do something like that. But this helicopter, no. Right, let's sort out. I think we'll probably be going back to Johannesburg. Is there anything else interesting on FSEconomy? Not really. All of these are long flights for little money. So let's go. We'll just load up. What have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll load up 6 passengers and head back to Johannesburg. Did it again. Classic. One day I'll learn. Right. Okay, let's throttle back to idle. So Divan, thanks so much for tuning in. Where are you watching us from? Obviously you know a lot about South Africa, and with the surname like Van der Westhuizen, definitely South African. And how did you find the stream? Much appreciated. Okay, we'll let that power up again. Right. So the Rail ZT ROM this is actually a delivery of an actual aircraft from NAC, and this one's based down in Cape Town actually. So cool that I found a South African livery for our 407. I couldn't find any other ones of helicopters that are based in Joburg, so that is the best we are doing for now. That's even a language. Right, here we go. Try and keep it nice and steady. Actually, kind of want to go out this way. And let's go back to that highway. I did load the passengers, right? I think I did. Should probably just double check that. Yes I did. Yeah, not making the mistake we made the first time. Right, let's head back to the highway, follow that up to our Tambo. So, not this one, we're following the one that goes out. Just in front of us, that's the right one. Cool. Hey Callum, thanks so much for joining again. Hope you are having a good evening. Once again, I'm trying my best to keep a helicopter in the air. Well, keeping it in the air we've been managing. It's just putting it on the ground gently. Ah, this on the left here. This is actually Replay Nature Reserve, which we are not allowed to fly over, but we're going to fly over because this is a sim. So this whole area is a nature reserve, and on the dam here they do all sorts of things like they have like sailing and stuff like that. I just want to see, because I've been here quite often. There's like a little island, there it is there. With lots of water birds on it. There it is, and there should be a road that comes out kind of 90 degrees from this one over here. Yeah, there it is, because there's a little hide that you can actually come to, which is just here on our right hand side. I can't take my hands off the controls now to mouse, but there's the little island. And there's the little hide where you can go. It's pretty cool in the nature reserve. Right, let's get back to our R21. Yeah, because it's a nature reserve, definitely not allowed to fly over it at this altitude. But this is a simulator, so we can do illegal things. A little bit of cloud is quite cool. Shattering the illusion. Yeah, so all the nature reserves are protected. Oh, that is quite an interesting little cloud. Particularly ones like this because of rhino poaching and stuff like that. What's interesting about Replay is because this is such a busy airspace, I believe it's actually fairly common for people to kind of screw up and end up in the restricted area without really meaning to. And people get a bit uptight. The kind of management of the reserve get a bit angry with planes flying over, obviously because they want to protect the animals. There's like a little corridor that goes out this way, which allows aircraft to transition between the different airspaces. So without going into Joburg's airspace, without going into Waterkloof's airspace, it's like a little corridor, and it's pretty close to Replay, so I believe it's fairly easy to mess that up and end up in the wrong place. Right, here's our highway. So we're going to pick up some speed, we're going to pick up some altitude, and we're going to make our way back to Johannesburg. So I think this is also part of the... No, this is just other side of the reserve. That big power station is just on the outside of the reserve. Right, I said we wanted to increase our altitude, not decrease. I feel like we're crabbing a little bit. Okay, let's see if we get wind shear again on our way out the side. It is a little bit bumpy. Not bad at the moment, but we definitely are moving around. Right, up to about 125 knots. That's perfect. Exactly where we like to be for cruise. We still can pick up our altitude a bit. We're going to go up to about 6,000. What is this area? Ivory Park. Hospital View. What are we at now? 5,800, so we can go a little bit more. And, well, on our way to Johannesburg. It's an interesting area. Not sure what this is. Okay. We're not far now. So the highway's gonna swing around. Oh, we've gone over 6,000 feet because I'm looking at scenery. Hey Lorraine, thanks for tuning in again. Okay, let's try and keep ourselves at 6,000. Okay, we're gonna swing around to the right, and then we are fairly close. This, we'll actually go past runway. We'll see. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. We'll see 03. Sorry, we're approaching 21, so we'll see 21 left, and then we'll kind of come alongside 21 right. And that'll bring us in to the terminal area. We'll go land at that same little spot that we landed at SAA. Oh, interesting. It is a... Whoa. Okay, so rain out of nowhere, and it is now very bumpy. Great, so landing's going to be loads of fun. Whoa. No wind chill warning this time, but this is probably the bumpiest it's been so far. Oh, definitely the bumpiest it's been on this flight. Probably the bumpiest I've ever had it flying the 407. Come here when life gets crazy. That's awesome. I feel like life is crazy a lot of the time at the moment. So glad I can help out. Right, so this is runway 03 right. So we're gonna come alongside. We can start slowing down. This is gonna be loads of fun trying to land like this. I think let's make it easier for ourselves and go down the taxiway and come in from this side over the airport rather than trying to make that sharp turn over the terminals. Is that vehicle? It's just going across. There's no road there. It's just going. Okay. That catering vehicle has just decided, you know what? It's just driving across the runway. That's very interesting. Okay, this is going to be something else. Okay, 25 feet might be a little bit low to hover taxi when it's so bumpy. So we're at 50 now. I think we'll keep it there for the time being. And we'll start slowing down. Let's see if we can keep ourselves at 50 feet. Probably want to taxi around 20-25 knots so we can slow down. Yeah, Alpha apron over here. Ground Alpha taxiway as well. There's 20 knots now. It is still fairly bumpy, obviously, because we're going slower. It's not as crazy to deal with. It's thunder. Whoa, that's very bumpy. Okay, yeah, 25 feet is going to be too low to taxi with the turbulence. Let's stay at 50 and try and get ourselves back up to about 20 knots. And then we'll go in again on taxiway Lima and park at SAA Technical. You guys can't see my hands, but I'm working really hard to keep this flying somewhat straight and level. We are at about 25 feet now, so doing a bit better. It is just bouncing from side to side. But it's okay. We are dealing with it. Right, so there where that A340 is, on the right, that's where we're going to park in front of that again. We're about 25 knots. That's perfect. We're about 26-ish feet. What I can tell. Oh. Keep it steady. Right, let's start slowing down here because we're going to turn here on India. A little bit fast in the turn, but that's okay. Shouldn't have done it so fast in the turn. Saved it. Yeah, it turns out it was not okay to turn so quickly in the turbulence. Probably should have figured that out before I did it. But we're alive. Jason, you cannot say that we crashed. We didn't touch the ground, so... Soz. Zero Star's worst Uber pilot. Like Uber helicopter should be a thing. I mean, considering that this is like my 6th flight in this helicopter, like I'm doing pretty well. If you end up with a in UAE, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. That does make sense. But if your Uber helicopter pilot pitches up and they're like, "Yo, this is my 6th flight," probably find another method of transport. If I'm honest. Yeah, let's see if we can get this right. Okay, back of the skids first, like so. Gently lower the nose. Getting better. Sliding, we slid to the side a little bit. It's not perfect. Right, let's kick these passengers out. Okay, so goodbye to all of you. And we still have 98 gallons of fuel on board. Great stuff. Where are we going next? Probably Lanseria. still loads of passengers that want to go to Waterkloof, but we've done that already. So yeah, let's do Lanseria. That's a good idea. So we need 1, 2, 3, and 3. We'll load those guys up. Remember to rent the aircraft, otherwise it's going to complain. Right. Let's put Lanseria in our GPS. So we'll just go direct. Lanseria is Foxtrot Alpha Lima Alpha. Alpha. Cool. Put that in. Go to the map view. There we go. And we are ready to start up again. So let's go throttle to idle on the starter, and we will make our way. I wonder what the weather's like out towards Lanseria. Probably worse, to be honest. It's pretty bad all the way out. Lanseria's out in that direction. So expecting it to probably be just as rough out that way. What are we going to do for departure here? I think we'll go out that way across the taxiway. Along the apron there. And then... yeah, I'll kind of just go straight there. I don't know if we can pick up... I don't know particularly of any roads that go exactly from Aratambo to Lanseria. But we'll see what we can pick up along the way. Okay, let's go. A little bit of... oh, wait. See, I nearly forgot. Then I would have almost crashed. So I forgot to turn on the SAS. Oops. Not a great time for the turbulence when you are just taking off. To push us back into the ground. Okay, so something about Aratambo is not happy, because it's just here that we're getting such low frame rate. So I'll have to go and see if something's changed with this scenery. Because, I mean, out on the other side we were still getting over 50. And earlier on, actually it wasn't today, it was the other day, when I tested this, I was getting 50 frames here at Aratambo. So something has changed with the scenery that it's not happy about. Computer is bad. Yeah, that too. Maybe you should donate more, Jason, then I can get a better computer. Throw away. Fair enough. I'll come collect and take. Yeah, I'm sure you will. Okay, it is roughly rough. Okay, let's get ourselves up to 6,000 feet. That sounded like it was pretty close. I don't think, in reality, we would fly like this in this weather. It's a little bit sketchy. Okay, there's 6,000 feet. That sounds pretty terrifying. Okay, I'm going right in the correct direction. See how good I am at directions. Isn't it amazing? Yeah, I think if you were in the back of this helicopter right now, you would not be feeling great. So probably wouldn't do this in real life. The weather is a bit too extreme. I guess unless it was like an emergency aircraft, they often fly in bad weather because they don't have a choice. But then obviously you don't have you know, like VIP passengers or whatever in the back wanting a smooth ride. Right, G. Jason, is it storming in Joburg for real? I know you're not out or a Tambo way, but my uncle is having a heart attack. Yeah, but like it's raining. Exactly. Exactly. The rain isn't the issue. The wind and the turbulence and the lightning are like that are a bit of an issue. I don't know much about helicopters being struck by lightning. No, airliners get struck by lightning fairly frequently. Nothing happens to them because it just passes around the outside of the aircraft. They are built to deal with that. But I don't know about helicopters being struck by lightning. I mean, helicopters are just loads and loads of small, complicated moving parts. I feel like a lightning strike could upset the balance of things. Wow, this is really rough. Okay, well, we're staying around 6,000 feet. So, having to work very hard to try and keep us stable. That's fine for now. Is Joburg out that way? That's terrifying. Okay, what's our course looking like? Hang on. Now, I was gonna put the autopilot on and have a look at planning the next flights, but I don't know if that's the best idea in the current conditions. To be fair though, Jason, if you were in the back, if you were having a heart attack, I don't think you'd appreciate the rough ride either. Maybe if you had like a broken leg or something and the helicopter was bouncing up and down, that would probably be pretty bad. Not that there's anything really that you could do about it. But I guess if you do have a broken leg, being in a bumpy helicopter is better than having to walk. Okay, we shouldn't be too far from Lanseria now. So what's this? Lone Hill. Oh. And we're going a bit slower than normal because of the weather, but that's okay. Winds are obviously pretty crazy. Let's double check. We're going perfectly in the right direction. All good. Let's quickly see how far we have to go if I can do this without dying. Oh wait, it keeps bumping me off the thing, so I can't. Okay, that's not gonna happen. Oh, you see now, no, I'm not paying attention to my altitude. What a baddie. People who fly in helicopters never have to walk. No, what I mean is if you like, if you get injured, like let's say you're hiking like in the Drakensberg and you break your leg, I'd rather have a helicopter come and pick me up and be a bit bumpy like this. It'll suck. But if I got a broken leg, I'd rather be in a bumpy helicopter than having to walk down the mountain. Because, I mean, let's face it, nothing else is going to come and get you up there. I don't mean if you break your leg at home and you kind of have to just go down the road to the hospital. Like, then if it's weather like this, you don't need a helicopter. You probably don't need a helicopter anyway. I mean, if a helicopter is your only option, it would be better to have a bumpy helicopter ride than not. I think you know what I'm saying. Whatever. Okay, Lanceria is up ahead. Let's start slowing down without just dropping out of the sky like that. Right, time for another fantastic landing. In great weather conditions. Whoa, we are just going up like a rocket. Okay, so let's see if we can spot a place where we're gonna land. It's gonna be kind of difficult with us bouncing around. I think these are all the flight schools on this side, the terminals on that side. What if we go land down that end? Oh, there's a plane there. We go land down that side. I wonder what's down there. No, let's check it out. I don't know Lanceria very well. I've never actually been there in real life. I've only ever flown out of Oratambo. I've been to Grand Central. I've been to Rand. I've been to Waterkloof. I've been to Swartkorps. But never been to Lanceria. Been to Vonneboim as well, actually, now that I think about it. This is not going to be fun. Jason, if there was ever a chance of me crashing, I know I've said this before. I think I said that the last time we flew a helicopter. But this weather is going to be it. Best you stay tuned for this arrival and landing. I'm so keen. Oh wow, that's a Hop CRJ 200. That's far from home. I'm gonna do my... Oh, there's a helipad on this side. Let's go there. I'm gonna do my very best to disappoint you and live through this experience. But this is something else. Okay, we've gotten ourselves into not a good situation. We're quite high, low collective, low speed. Okay, there we go. Getting into prime VRS conditions. But we've managed to salvage it. So, soz Jason once again. It was a little bit touch and go. That is something I'm going to do in the future once I I have some money to spend on a capture card, then I can have a second camera so you can see just how much work my hands are actually doing to keep us in the air and to disappoint Jason. Whoa. Bumpy. Bumpy. Okay, let's put ourselves a bit better on the helipad this time than we did at Rand. Okay, so let's try back of the skids first. Not that hard, thanks. Thank you, weather. That was going to be a great landing, and then we just hit a nice bump as we were about to touch down. Right. That was fairly close. Let's just do the rotor brake so it slows down. Kick these passengers out into the rain. Is it still, yeah, it is still raining. Oh my word, did I not load the passengers at Joburg? Don't tell me this. Oh wow, I didn't. Why am I like this? Why am I like this? Right. Guess we're going back to Joburg. We left the passengers behind. It was bound to happen at some point this evening. Since I kicked off the stream. Yeah, I left the passengers behind. It was bound to happen since I kicked off the stream just about doing it. And now we've done it for real. At least no one had to endure that crazy bumpy ride. We just have to go back. Do you think as a charter pilot you'd be fired if you left the passengers behind? I feel like my job would be a little bit at risk if I did this for real. Not too bad. We were a little bit closer to the middle this time. Still room for improvement, but I'm not surprised since I haven't been flying helicopters very long. Okay, so I think we'll go back to Joburg, pick up the passengers, actually bring them to Lanseria, and then we can probably call it for tonight. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm planning to do some Microsoft Flight Simulator again tomorrow. Okay, let's lift the nose up, and we'll just pop up without spinning around. Wind, please. No, no. Okay, we got no passengers, so we can do some pretty wild maneuvers. Like such. Right, let's go back and collect the people that we forgot. Whoa, it is bumpy. This is pretty intense. Not going to lie. Okay, this is actually now getting to the point of not flyable. Okay, I know this is getting ridiculous. I think we might call it back at Johannesburg. Oh, I'm so dumb. Oh no, never mind. I'm not dumb. I mean, I am, but not for the reason I thought I was. Whoa. Yeah, I don't know if we're actually gonna if we're actually gonna be able to do this. This is crazy. So I don't even know. Left without your passengers. Yes, that is the thing I did. But my little idea there was like, oh well, let me just take these passengers from Lanseria. But I forgot that because we didn't start the flight, our helicopter's actually still in Joburg. Well, still at Joburg Airport. So I can't start the flight from Lanseria and take those passengers because according to FSEconomy, we never flew this aircraft to Lanseria because I forgot to start the flight. So that obviously is not going to work. Okay, I need to go this way a little bit. It stopped raining, I think. Oh no, it hasn't. Never mind. There's the hard rain. But yeah, no, this is mental. Okay, let's try and pick up a bit of speed, pick up some altitude. And to be honest, I think I'm going to call it a day back at Joburg. This is not flyable weather. I'm really just fighting my controls now to just stay in the air. This is crazy. Whoa. Also, Jason, you never answered my question. Is it raining hard where you are in Joburg? Because it's not raining here in Pretoria. Which does kind of make sense because Waterkloof is south of Pretoria, just so the rain only kind of started. No, it's not rain. Interesting. So the game definitely thinks it's storming around Joburg. See? Whoa. I want to look at the map to see what area we're in. We might die if I do that. Oh, this is 4 ways. Yeah, no. Passengers would be very unhappy at this point. And after this flight, I think we'd have to lay the aircraft. Whoa. Oh. This is crazy. That was close. Okay. Jason, you almost got your wish. Also, to be fair, I think we probably would have broken the aircraft there. Did we get hit by that lightning? Saw it in front of us. But that is the biggest freak out of an aircraft I've ever had. Okay, we're alive and it's sort of under control. I hope you saw that, Jason. You were asking about rolling a helicopter. Well, we almost did it there. I don't know what that was. But, I don't know if the helicopter would have survived that in real life, to be fair. we did have passengers, they would have been uh, pretty significantly scattered about the cabin after that. Why you wear your seatbelts at all times, because I had no idea that was happening. It's an interesting open patch of land here. That was also pretty close. Oh. What area is this? Oh, it's Eastgate, and that's blue. Okay. He has an interesting idea. Wonder how well the autopilot would deal with these conditions. Oh wow, our SAS actually turned off. This is gonna freak out again. Hectic. So with that huge movement, we actually lost our stability system, which makes sense why it's so hard to control. I did turn it on before we left. Maybe I had it off the whole time. No, I think I would have noticed taking off without that on. Maybe I had it off the whole time. Let's see how the autopilot will actually deal in these conditions. So let's put on altitude hold and see if it can manage. It's doing fairly okay. Right, we are very close now to Johannesburg. Well, to our Tambo, that is. The autopilot it's keeping us up. It's fighting, but I mean, so were we when we had control. Fairly impressed. Although we do seem to be losing altitude. So I think we engaged at about 6,100. Down pretty close to 6,000 now. Okay, we need to come left a bit. Let's see what it looks like from the outside. It doesn't actually look too crazy. It's bouncing around a bit. Okay, I know that does look quite bad. Okay, let's ditch the autopilot. Oh. And let's see if we can put it down on the ground without dying. Yeah, well, we've been going for about 2 hours, so yeah, I'm gonna call it a night after this. landing here at our Tambo. If we can even survive this. Oh, that scenery is all just popping in. Maybe that's what's killing the frame rate. Is these extra buildings here. No, but that's not brand new. I've had that for a while. Oh, I'm definitely gonna have to go and check out. Something's not happy with our Tambo in terms of the frames. Okay, as we get closer to the ground, we should get less of that crazy wind. That is a bit better. Yeah, we'll put it down in our same place here by SAA Technical. I don't know what these buildings are. These orange buildings. Holy moly. I think this actually might be the kind of fire crews and stuff. Because those big hangars there with the South African Airways logo on, that's SAA Technical. I think this might be part of the emergency services for the airport. Right, let's see if we can do this. Back skids first. Nice and gently. Out going backwards. Going backwards. Yeah, so still room for improvement on the landings. That's for sure. Okay, but we did somehow survive. I don't know. In reality, that crazy turbulence that we had on our way back here to Joburg, I think that would have broken the aircraft in real life. Let's just switch off all of our lights and things. Right. Okay, so that got fairly intense, but that brings us to the end of tonight's stream. Thank you so much to everyone who tuned in. As always, if you want to see more content, feel free to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can get notified when I do go live or upload a video. I've got some video ideas that I'm going to be doing in the future, so it's not just going to be live streaming. I'm going to put up some other content as well. But yeah, I will catch you guys again tomorrow. I'm actually going to go and schedule that stream just now, so that I'm planning to go live at 8 p.m. tomorrow. We're going to do some Microsoft Flight Sim stuff in the A320 again. So thank you so much once again for tuning in. Hope you all have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and I will see those of you who tune in tomorrow. Bye-bye.